Alright guys, what's going on? It's Kage. I know I've been absent for a little bit, but I am back. So, quick little update to the channel before we move on. I will be moving into some overdress stuff. However, I'm still going to continue with the V series. So that's kind of where I've grown my channel the most. And yeah, so let's get started. The deck profile today will be my variant of MLB. I know it's a bit of an older deck, but still fun. It's a good beginner deck to learn with. So let's get started. So starting off with the grade zeros, our starting Vanguard is Barkle. As usual, when rode upon, draw a card. If your opponent's grade 1 or greater, get a quick shield. Everybody knows what that does. Trigger lineup, we run 8 crit, 4 draw PG, and 4 heal. That's, I did try a 6 crit, 6 draw variant, but I found the 8 crit, 4 draws a little bit better to run. But you can make those modifications as you wish. Moving on to the grade 1s of the deck. I run 4 copies of Wingull Brave, auto Van or Rear. When it attacks or boosts an attack that hits a Vanguard, you can search top 7 for a Blaster, and then you can add to your hand so that can get you your Blade, your Dark, or your MLB, depending. I run 4 copies of Allen. With Allen, 1 place counterblast 1. Call a unit with equal to or less than your current Vanguard's grade, draw a card, and then he gets +3 till the end. I prefer him over Marin just because with Marin, you need to continually have a rear guard, where as if with Allen, it's just a once and done. Plus, if he has to get put in the soul, you're not losing anything. And then I run 2 copies of Tristan. Tristan, basically, when you're grade 3 or greater, you can counterblast 1, search a Blaster Blade, and add to hand. And then I run 2 copies of Cloud Lancer Gimus. Basically, lets you put a grade 2 card back. Now, I was thinking about running Blaster Javelin in this spot. However, my thing is the +2 boost, while it might be nice, I just don't feel like I'd get as much use out of it. Moving on to the grade 2s. I am running, obviously this being a Royal Paladin deck, you have to have 4 copies of Blaster Blade. And I also run 4 copies of Blaster Dark. Blaster Blade, being counterblast +1, retire a rear guard in your opponent's front row, and if it's on Van, you have 4 more rear guards, he gets crit +1. And then Blaster Dark is auto Van rear when plays counterblast 1, retire, your opponent shoots the rear guard, retires it, and then his act Van skill is once per turn, discard a card from if your opponent has no rear guards, discard a card and it gets Twin Drive. These 2 are essential for having MLB working. They both need to be in Soul. And so you obviously want to run max to see it. Next, I run 3 copies of the order when light and darkness intersect. Basically, if you have a Blaster Blade on field, search Blaster Dark. If you have Blaster Dark on field, search Blaster Blade. If you have both, search MLB. I used to run this at 4, if you remember my original deck profile, but I deleted it because I made some edits shortly after. And I just felt 3 of this card is good, because 4 is too cloggy to the hand, and this is easily searchable with the next card. That being 3 copies of Liverot. With Liverot, auto Van Rear when placed from the hand, counterblast 1, search your deck for a grade 2, and then call it to rear guard. And if you don't have any counterblasts available, you can Soul Blast instead. So you're always going to get your grade 2 search. And the nice part is with the order, let's say you have a way to get it back because of game mechanic, call the order, and then because it's not a unit, it automatically goes to the drop zone. And then you can retrieve it that way. And then for the final grade 2, I run 3 copies of Star Call. Star Call is 1 plays Counterblast Soul Blast 1. Return a card with Blaster on its card name and when light and darkness intersect, each from your drop zone to your hand. And then if your Vanguard is Blaster, it gains boost. So this card basically allows you to get your order and a Blaster back, which is pretty nice, but mainly you want it for the boosting, especially because your MLB usually sits on 18k. And so this will just give it extra pressure. And then last but certainly not least, the only grade 3 rerun in the deck, being 4 copies of MLB himself. With MLB, he has a continuous Van Rear. If Blade and Dark are on your soul, he gets +1 crit, and if this unit is on Vanguard, +5k and +1 drive. Auto Van. When it attacks, put 2 regards into your soul and get 2 force markers. So you're generating. So turn 3, you get 3 force markers, and after that you're usually getting 2. And you usually want your MLBs to be your front row because of the extra pressure. And that is it for the MLB deck. Now, like I said, I will be doing some overdress content. Although I'm thinking of doing a new sort of series. Not sure if it's actually been done before, but what if V-Series had a ride deck? This is an idea me and a friend of mine were goofing around with, and all I want to say is it is busted. It's just an idea, though. Tell me what you guys would think of that idea in the comments. And the next video I'm planning on doing is my Exodia deck profile for Yu-Gi-Oh! Kind of just one of those fun trolley decks that you maybe use on occasion. So, anyway, till next time. See yous.